Rebekah, I want to talk to you about the highlight of the match for you winning that Lifter of the Year award. She's pretty excited about that. What does that mean to you?
Oh my gosh. I take a lot of those kinds of accolades very seriously. Like, John had a EDMF belt whenever like he was here. And to me, like, those are celebrating the intangibles, and that's what Lifter of the Year is. I think it's more than just how much can you squat, how fast can you run. I feel like, you know, what kind of like culture and vibe do you bring to the gym, especially on days we don't want to be there. And also, like, my teammates voted for that, and so that feels really good knowing that they wanted to see me holding that. So it meant a lot.
Did you know?
No, I didn't. Like, I found out as the media people were telling me to go stand next to Brian. Yeah.
What went through your head?
I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry. It feels good to be appreciated. It does, especially, you know, on things that I hold dear to me. Like, I go hard in practice and the weight room, typically like the places that people will take for granted, you know, not in our program, but, you know, the average athlete will go through the motions in those spaces, and I know that's where I can get that extra inch in a match, and so for that to be recognized was really cool.
Did you tell them to come celebrate with you? Or is it another impromptu?
No, it was just like one of those, like, when you're just together all the time, it just felt natural. Yeah.
Kenna, can you talk about what you've seen throughout the few months you've been here, kind of the work tone that she sets?
Yeah, she's just been a really big, like, role model for all of us, I think. Like, coming in as a freshman, like, I had a lot of questions in the weight room, like, in the gym, and she was really good at just, like, bringing me in and just teaching me, like, all the little things. And she has, like, the biggest work ethic ever, and so it's very fun to look up to her.
What was it like for you, first match out there in a Husker uniform, sold out to venue?
It was so exciting. I mean, like, dreaming of it and, like, thinking about, like, what it's going to be like whenever I walk in is, like, a lot different than actually doing it. And, like, walking in and just seeing, like, everything, like, filled up, I was like, wow, like, this is amazing. So it was so fun.
Rebekah, how would you grade out her first performance here?
Amazing. Are you kidding? I specifically remember a gap shot you had. Manaia was diving in, or AJ, one of the middles was diving in, and you recognized it and you cut it back, and that was something that we haven't really been working on, and you saw and you went for it. I was very proud of her. Yeah, very mature swing.
Rebekah, we talked a little bit with Bergen. I mean, is it weird to have a public scrimmage like this so early in the preseason? Does it feel different than previous years?
Strange, no. I think publicity things are very common in our program. You know, we're kind of used to just being ready for cameras to be present. Like, when we see you guys, like, oh, media's here, and we just kind of go with it. I think it was good. Definitely like a different match compared to what we had in the spring. To me, spring reminded me more of like Big Ten. This felt more of like a debut of just like who we are and what we've been working on versus like, okay, how can we beat this team? So, you know, obviously we're talking about it in there. Like, it's really hard to play your own teammates because you know all their tendencies. And so nothing really surprises you. So, yeah, definitely not strange, but, like, I don't know, kind of like another day in the office.
Hey, Rebekah, on Wednesday, Bergen talked about having to set faster. How have you noticed that impact you on your hitting?
More kills. I mean, she's just great, and we talk about it all the time. I mean, there are some times where my feet weren't there and her weren't there, and we're just like, let's just forget about that one. Because, like, to have it perfect every time isn't realistic, and she's mature enough as well to recognize that. But, yeah, the faster sets have been awesome.
You said this was a debut of who you guys are as a team this year. What do you think the crowd took away as far as who you guys are from showing up?
I think two things. Volleyball-wise, we're really scrappy. And the other thing, mentally, I feel like we're also really hard on ourselves. I think you kind of saw it with some of our athletes, and it goes to show just how bad we want it, but also just how great we want to be. And so there was really cool moments to see different people pull themselves out of those spaces and go take big swings again. But I think it also showed our talent, like Harper's ripping her swing or ripping her serve. And even if it doesn't connect, I think it also shows, like, there's a lot of raw potential with our team. And I would argue that if we had an even longer season, who knows what we'd be capable of. And so we only have a few months, in my opinion. Like, you know, we have a long season ahead of us, but in my opinion, being here for 4 years, like, that's not enough time for a team to really tap into their potential. Like, we're doing what we can to get there. But yeah, I think we're incredibly talented, very competitive, and yeah, just love the game of volleyball.
Are there any nerves out there for you?
Yeah, definitely, like, whenever I first walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, like, it was really, like, hitting. And then I was just, like, talking around to my teammates, and they were like, the first 5 points, like, you're going to be nervous, but after, like, it's going to go away. And, like, I feel like whenever I play, I, like, tune everything out. So like after the first 5 points, I was like, okay, this is so much fun. So, yeah.
How do you, I mean, it's been a long day, because not only did you play the match, but you had the autograph
Yeah.
section before that. How do you handle that type of work? Did we recharge by this morning, or how do you handle that?
Yeah, we just did like the signing this morning, which was fun too. I mean, getting to see all the fans is so fun. And then we just ate our like pregame lunch, and then we kind of just like brought it together in the locker room, and then we went out. So, yeah.
Rebekah, have they put in new routes for the middles this year, or how is that part of the offense different from last year, if it is?
Yeah, we have a couple. I don't want to tell all of our secrets, but I don't know how much I want to say. Yes. Yes.
New routes and new tempos, maybe?
Yes.
Rebekah, you came in with Manaia. Just what did you see from her today?
I think she did amazing. I mean, like, both of us, like, coming in, I mean, like, it's nervous, like, or we're nervous, like, there's so many nerves, and I think she did amazing. I mean, like, her blocking is so good, her hitting is so good. I think she did so good, so, yeah.
Merritt was here today. Just how special was that to catch up with her and now that she's back in the school?
Very special. I've been calling her every now and then just for leadership advice and senior season advice. I feel like me and her are similar in that way. Like, we take advantage of the moment. We want to be present, and sometimes we actually end up being away from it because we try so hard. So I've just been asking for her advice on how she did that. So to see her in the flesh was really cool. And yeah, like I was talking to her about it. She's like, you know, she came in the winter, and so she never got to experience Devaney. So this was like her first like being in the crowd moment, and I thought that was really cool.
Rebekah, what were your impressions of Terrya and just how she handled this stage?
I'm really proud of her. Yeah, I think she's one of our athletes who can sometimes be hard on herself, but it's because she cares so much. But I'm really proud of her. I think sometimes with younger athletes, you can see them get internal and not want to come out because that's where they're comfortable. But even in moments that, you know, wasn't making great plays, she still stayed external. And from there, she got herself, you know, back on track and making great swings. So overall, I'm really proud of her.
Rebekah, is the libero battle in those behind closed door practices as close as what we saw and what it seems like it is between Olivia and Merritt?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You guys know what set you would switch jerseys, or did that happen after each set?
Did we know?
Yeah.
No. Nah, it was more of like, hey, be ready to go run into the locker room and change. So just verbal.
Yeah.
What was some of the difficulties with that? Just switching teams a lot and switching setters almost every other time too.
Personally, I didn't think it was that difficult. As a middle, we're used to a lot of those sixes drills just rotating. So the only difficulty is just having to go run to the actual locker room and change. But overall adjustment, I mean, there are multiple drills where I'll have to hit 2 balls off Campbell and then go hit 2 balls off Bergen, like, and I'm not supposed to skip a beat. So, yeah, I think I don't know, nothing out of the ordinary.
And it was fun, like, being able to play with everyone, too.
Yeah.
So,
Rebekah, how special of a day was this for you? I mean, this is the start of your senior season in front of fans, and then you get the Lifter of the Year award. And you
Yeah.
did really well. How do you describe, just today?
Kind of feels like a fairy tale, honestly. I mean, you know, you pray for moments like that to work out, but, you know, in my faith, it's not about having like a perfect day, just kind of riding with the, you know, whatever comes. And so it's nice when you get those little gifts along the way. So I'm very grateful. I was honestly more emotional yesterday. Again, I didn't know the Lifter of the Year was going to be announced today. Also didn't know I was going to be it. So that was really cool. In a nutshell, a fairy tale.
What's been the biggest adjustment for you kind of over these last couple of weeks to get up to college speed?
I would say, like, the speed. Like, going from club to college is definitely, like, way different. I mean, like, the tempo's way faster, like, everything's way faster. But I feel like my teammates have done, like, an amazing job at, like, getting me used to it and then building me up, like, whenever I'm feeling down and, like, feeling like I'm not, like, doing it. So I feel like the adjustment's been pretty easy, so.
Okay, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.